So John, this is your version of Tenkara no-Oni's Giant Kebari, right?
Yep.
And
And
how
there it
come?
is.
And what is different about your version compared to Tenkara no-Oni's version?
I made mine, and he makes his.
Okay, all right. Does he put peacock on his?
From the few pictures I've seen, he does some with it, some without. He does a lot. It seems that he does several variations of it.
Yeah. Okay.
He's not a one fly kind of guy.
Yeah, maybe like a one pattern, maybe, or even a
Uh,
one pattern.
I don't think so. I think he mixes it up quite a bit.
Okay, right on.
Hopefully, when we go to Japan in June of 2014 and we get the chance to meet the guy and fish with him, we'll learn some more.
Yeah. Well, Tenkara no-Oni, if you're watching, we're looking forward to meeting you.
Yeah, you're on our schedule.
Now this hook is a gamakatsu hook, right? And it's big.
Yeah, and I can't remember the number. I was at Fish Tech, our local fly shop that a lot of us get our stuff from, and I was just looking for a big ass hook, and that seemed to fit the bill.
Nice, nice. And now is it a dry fly hook or is it a nymph hook? Do you know?
I think it might be a streamer hook. It's pretty heavy.
Okay.
I wanted a heavy fly. I wanted it to sink fast.
Yeah. Now, well, I guess with a hook, or I guess with a fly this big, when are you going to be using something like this?
Yeah, I experimented with them all year last year. They worked really good early in the season when we had pretty high water flows and really off color. They were working well, and they were even working good in the fall when the water was low. And it was kind of funny that I was catching lots of small fish with these great big flies, like little fish,
Yeah.
4-inch fish, 3-inch fish.
Yeah.
The fly's like 1.5 inches long.
These guys are going for like the full Big Mac here.
Yeah, and that really surprised me, catching little fish on these great big flies.
Huh. I wonder if they're just, who knows, maybe they don't even know what it is, but it looks like a bug, so they toss it in their mouth.
I don't know. The water's low, maybe food's low, and
Yeah,
they're just hungry.
Yeah, but I guess with the big streamer hook really helps out, getting it down. And we found this last year that and these big hooks, even though there aren't big things hatching, if you get the fly into the zone where the fish are, you can actually have some pretty good success with it.
I think the smallest fly I have in my box is a 12. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when we go midge fishing, I'm gonna be stealing your stuff.
Well, good thing I got smaller stuff than that. But it is important to have a full variation. But is there a time when you think a bigger fly like this works better than other times?
Well, Tenkara no-Oni on his site, says he uses these mostly in spring. So fast high water. But I used them all year, and they worked great every time I tossed them out there.
Right on. Now, the material that you're tying on right now is some Antron, black Antron, and there are all sorts of other materials you can use. You use black dubbing. You could use shell. There's even a shell and spindrift in black that we really like. How come you use this stuff?
Because I had some.
Yeah. That's the best answer you can give right there. And why do you put something there instead of just using thread?
I wanted something to fill the body up, and I use really thin thread. I think that's like the Ultra 70.
Oh wow!
So,
okay.
It's. So I like on my other flies. I like just really nice thin tapered bodies.
Okay.
So I'd burn a whole spool making this fly.
Yeah.
So this stuff, fills the volume. It soaks up a lot of water, helps the fly sink quickly.
Yeah, and one thing that I think that really works with this fly, or with the Antron dubbing and with the Shetland Spindrift dubbing, or the ER wool bodies we've been tying, is that when it soaks up water, it makes the fly heavier. So when you cast it, it breaks through that water tension a little bit faster.
Yeah, especially in fast water.
Yeah, and where it's important to get down. But at the same time, as a terrestrial, it probably works really good as well. It creates that splash. And is there a certain bug do you think that these fish are eating this big of a Kebari for?
The only thing I can think of is maybe stoneflies, crickets. I don't know. They could imitate all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah. Wonder if they ever take them maybe as a bait fish or something like that.
It could be. I've done a few of these in silver with that in mind, with a red hot spot instead of the peacock herl.
Oh, yeah?
Thinking that maybe when that hackle folds over the back, it'll look like gills.
Oh. Huh.
And they've worked really well. I cast them downstream and pulse drag them up.
Oh, yeah?
Pulling them upstream. Kind of a pulsing.
Uh-huh. I bet the takes with that are a lot of fun.
Yeah, they hit them really hard.
Yeah. That's what I love about streamer fishing with with Tenkara, even though it's not really what it's intended for. But it's
Nothing
it's a
we're
lot of
doing
fun.
is intended for Tenkara.
Right, yeah. So this was your version of Tenkara no-Oni's giant fly. Have you ever thought of tying it bigger?
Not until now.
All right, well, maybe next video we're going to see John Beverly tie a Tenkara no-Oni gargantuanly big.
Size 2.